can't tell you why your children are dying, but I can offer you my sympathy. And I can't show you where your children are buried, 'cause they're not buried anymore. You can shout it from the rooftops, we'll be preaching to the choir, and you'd better get started on this funeral pyre. And I wish I could cry tears of blood, but I can't. My body just isn't built that way. And I hope all this suffering amounts to one good fucking thing, but it won't, because we can't see that far. You can shout from the rooftops, you'll be preaching to the choir. You better get started on this funeral pyre, and one day I will truly set myself on fire, so you can see how dim my light is. So you can see how dim is my light. And I'd like to build a giant machine that crushes the mountains and burns all the trees and pees in the desert and dries up the seas and melts all the ice caps and makes nature bleed. Because I want nature to suffer, and I want nature to cry, and I want nature to spit in my mouth, and I want nature to die. And I want to be a big ball of meat that bees can buzz around and eat, and feast on my liver and rot out my teeth and chew on my eyeballs until I'm deceased. Because I deserve displeasure, and I really want to cry, and I think you should spit in my face, because I am a werewolf. Kicked in or abused or mistreated or misused, you were told there is nowhere to go but up for you. If you've been hurt or you've been betrayed or you've been fucked or you've been displaced, you were told it was probably your fault anyway. But when your hustler subscription and your Xanax prescriptions make you feel lonelier instead, you don't want to hear about all those starving children. You don't want to be told it's all in your head, 'cause if it's all in your head, that's terrible. I saw a junkie lying in a puddle of his own blood last week. I saw a cyclist get hit by a car. I saw a homeless guy chug a bottle of mouthwash on Christmas Eve. No, you can never fall too far. You can buy a salad glove, you can buy an iPod, and you can sell that shit to Bookman's when your wife dies and you lose your job. You can hope it gets better, you can follow your dreams, but hope is for presidents and dreams are for people who are sleeping. My friend Aaron says it best, we're all 2 or 3 bad decisions away from becoming the ones that we fear and pity. And Tony says it's important to bear some witness when you can, and that's not hard to do in the city that I live in. You don't have it any better, you don't have it any worse. You're an irreplaceable human soul with your own understanding of what it means to suffer. And that's a huge